Hi, I'm Lisa Marie. Welcome to my channel, Living My Best Life with Lisa Marie.
Today we're going to do some cottagecore DIYs.
Let's get crafting.
Well, hey friend, for this first DIY, I'm taking a hat from the Dollar Tree, a scarf from the Dollar Tree, and some florals that I already had on hand. And I don't think they came from the Dollar Tree, but maybe they did. And I'm going to take my tags off, and I'm going to take that red scarf off of the hat because I don't need it. This is just going to be such a simple, fun thing to do and fitting in with that cottagecore trend that's going on right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my blade and then my scissors, and I'm going to cut some little slits in the hat, right where the top of the hat meets the brim. And what I want to do is kind of weave the scarf in and out around the entire hat. So once I get that cut, and then on the inside, and then I've got to fluff it and glue pieces down, just to make it look good, because it never does what you want. And the hats at Dollar Tree, honestly, are super cheap. And so some of the slits I cut, they came apart even bigger. So I just had to hot glue and kind of make it look like they were just woven in and out. So just a warning, if you do get a Dollar Tree hat, just know that's going to happen. And once I get them all situated though, I am going to tie the scarf into a knot, and it's just going to look so cute on there. Doesn't that just remind you of picnics out in the English countryside, which goes with the cottagecore trend that's happening? It's very country, cottagey, English almost. It's so cute. Now that I've got the top dealt with, I'm going to turn it over and work on the bottom, and I'm going to secure things there because I just don't want it to pull through. This is just going to be something you can hang on a wall or set on a shelf kind of as a piece of decor. And it won't be touched a lot, but I still don't want anything to happen. And I used some jute cord to make a little hanger. Very simple, just cut a piece, hot glued it, and then put a little masking tape over it. You're never going to see that because that will be up against the wall or laying on top of something. Next, I'm going to start adding some florals. So I had pulled a few aside, and now I'm just going to figure out which ones that I actually do want to use for this. I love those kind of off-white ones. I think they look great, so I'm definitely going to do that. And then I'm going to add in some of the yellow too because I want to make it all tied together. But I don't want to overdo it, so I had extras. I didn't end up using them because I think they were just too much. I even cut one off and put it up there and looked at it, and then I thought, no, just remember, less is more. That's kind of my mantra. Then I got these natural wooden beads that I had gotten from Amazon, and I picked the larger ones. And I'm literally going to hot glue one to every intersection where I made a little, I guess, kind of poof, if you will, for the scarf. And I think it looks so cute. I'm not going to paint them. I'm not going to do anything. Just hot glue them right onto the hat. I'm honestly loving this look. Please let me know what you think. Would you make something like this? I mean, it's so easy. This is just super easy. I mean, why not try it? Today, I am partnering up with a friend of mine here on YouTube. Her name is Brandy, and her channel is called Making It My Own. Today is an exciting day for Brandy because it's her 1-year anniversary on YouTube, and she just got monetized. That is so awesome. We both decided to do these cottagecore DIYs. It's going to be so fun to see what she makes. If you haven't visited her channel before, she does so many different things like farmhouse, coastal, rustic, you name it, seasonal. She's incredibly talented, and I really like her very easygoing, soft way. She's just really fun to watch and listen to. So I hope you'll take advantage of that. I'm going to have all of her links down below in my description boxes. When you visit Brandy, of course, tell her that Lisa Marie said hi, but wish her a happy anniversary and congratulate her on her big achievement. I hope my channel is a fun place where you can come and be inspired to create something. I do all different kinds of decor styles on my channel, and there's something for everyone. If you like what you see, be sure to hit the like button and leave me a comment. We are one big crafty family here. If you're visiting from Brandy's channel, thank you so much for being here. It's great to meet you. I hope you'll consider joining us. this DIY is actually a thrift flip. I picked up this little sign from the Goodwill. It was super cute, said something cute, but it just wasn't really my style. So I took off the tag and then I sanded off the words, and I didn't want to just cover it with paint because I'm going to use a white paint and they're darker, so I just sanded them off, used my ladybug vacuum to clean up like I always do. You know, all my tools are always down in my Amazon store. And then I'm using my Kills primer in white. I love that. I use that in place of chalk paint a lot to cover larger surfaces. And it actually is going to take a couple coats to cover this, but no problem. It's such a small little piece. You know, of course, I realized I probably should take off the hanger. So I stopped before I got to the top and I took off the little hanger, just had to untwist it. And it's just got two little holes where they put that in. And then I'm going to paint everything, including that cute little embellishment at the top, which I think is so cute. People make those like out of clay and then add them to signs, and it was kind of cool to see it was already there. So that's the first coat done. And then I'm going to use my heat gun to dry between coats. And even when you don't see me do it, I always use the heat gun in between. I'm going to do the back, and then I'm going to turn it back over and do the second coat on the front. And that way it looks very, very white, and that's what I was going for. And now I was going to try to use some painter's tape to kind of block off the edges and use my marker to paint around them. But look what happens while I dry it. But look what happens after I take off the tape. Nice bleed. So I ended up just making my line a little thicker. It was super easy to fix, and I just know that with a marker you really can't use even painter's tape. It's just because of the wood grain, I guess. It goes right underneath. So I drew my outline all the way around the front and then on the sides of the entire sign, and I just love the way that look. Gives it kind of that farmhousey type look, but I'm again still going for the cottage core, and I think that embellishment at the top really helps add that to it. Gives it a little more of the almost shabby chic, but not quite. Just finishing up the marker, and then of course that's got to dry. If you get that on your hands, oh my gosh, anything you touch is going to have that on it forever. Because I'm using a permanent marker, of course, right? And then this part wasn't too hard. I sped this up, but I actually did this very slowly so that I wouldn't get too crazy. And if I got too thick, I just kind of adjusted, you know. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take some antique wax paint from Waverly, and I'm just going to distress that embellishment. I'm going to put a bunch on, and then I'm going to take a baby wipe and wipe it off, and I'll go back and forth till I get the look that I want. I just didn't want it on the white part. I have these really cool thick letters from Walmart, and I'm going to spell out the word eat. So I'm just going to take my marker and I'm going to cover over that kind of bronze color on the E, A, and T, and I will also dry that, and then I'm going to put that on the sign and center it, and it's so cute. I could see this like in an English cottage somewhere. I really could. And it was so easy. You could do this with any sign. You could add any embellishment, honestly, any lettering you want. But this reminded me almost of like the London Tube, which is their subway, and how signs would look. And I just really liked it.
And once I get my letters placed, I'm just going to add the little hanger back, and that's it. It was so easy, and it turned out so adorable. Let me know what you think. I'm loving this one. Besides YouTube, feel free to connect with me over on Instagram, Pinterest, and Facebook. Same name, Living My Best Life with Lisa Marie. I post all kinds of stuff on there behind the scenes and just what's going on in my day-to-day life. Hope to see you there. Okay, friend, this is an easy DIY. I've got some beautiful flowers from the Dollar Tree, and I've got a basket I got at the Target dollar spot. I think it was $3. Isn't it cute? I'm going to use some lace and ribbon that I already had on hand and some little round styrofoam balls, and I'm going to fill up the basket with plastic bags that I have a lot of, just so I don't have to put so much in there to fill it up. Just really fills space where you need it. I'm going to use my tin snips, and I'm going to cut all these flowers down. They had really thick stems, and then I'm going to kind of play around with getting them in there, sticking them in the styrofoam. I didn't have a piece that was like a rectangle or whatever to fit in there. That's why I put the balls in, but I did hot glue the balls down so that they wouldn't move around, and that really made a difference. So if you ever have to use something that's a funny size, that will work. And like I said, just playing with all the different sizes. I am going to also bring in some other leaves that I had. I believe I got these at the Target dollar spot, the extra ones I'm putting in at the end there. use one handle like as a hanger and the other handle is sort of the front. Now I'm going to take some floral wire and I'm going to squeeze the two back corners of this basket because I want it to be more flat on the back, and that way it'll lay up against the wall better and it won't like look like it's falling over. So I just stick the floral wire in there and kind of create a little pinch and then twist it as tight as I can. And that seemed to work. That really helped get it to the place where I really wanted it to be. After finishing squeezing the two corners in the back, I found this really pretty kind of greenish purple leaf pick, and I thought it would just look really nice and fill in that little opening I still had and just make this look fuller, the colors coordinate. And then I'm going to take my purple lace ribbon that I have, and then I also have a really pretty little beige colored ribbon from the Dollar Tree. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hot glue one to the front of the other, and then I'm going to wrap it around the basket right where there's a difference in size there, and then just tie it in the front. And it's so romantic and cottagecore, and I can just so see this in that setting. It's just adorable. I hope you guys like this one. It was beyond easy to make, and so many of the things I already had at home, but even if you didn't, this would have been extremely inexpensive. I really hope that you like it. It was really fun to make. I'm really kind of getting into these new styles. I think it's lots of fun. Let me know what you think about this idea of trying new things and, you know, just trying out different decor styles so we can all see what works, what doesn't, or even just to challenge yourself to do something new. That's important. We've got to always be learners. Never stop learning, never stop growing. At least that's the way I look at life. Keeps it interesting, and it definitely keeps it fun, and that's something I want, because from what I understand, that keeps us younger too. So hey, listen, if you can say amen to that, write amen down in the comments. And once I get this ribbon tacked down the way I want it, this one is done. That's it. That's all there is to it. And now for one last look at all three of these beautiful cottagecore home decor pieces. I absolutely love how they turned out. They are so romantic, so cottagey. You just get that English cottage feeling. I mean, that's just what I was thinking the whole time I was trying to make them, is I want it to feel like that. Let me know if that's what it feels like to you. And I love the little eat sign. I mean, something practical as well as just the florals that are so beautiful. So I could not be happier with these, and I really hope you guys like them too. And just a reminder to go down to my description box, click the link, and go visit Brandy at Making It My Own. You'll be so glad that you did. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so happy that you were here, and I can't wait to see you in my next video. I appreciate the time that you take to watch my videos. It means so much. And remember, you are a blessing.